The review is going to be taking a look at Boulevard Pale Ale. This is a beer. There are various different beers by Boulevard, and they're out of Kansas City. They have various different beers under this short kind of thing going on that they have. They're more widely distributed than their Smokestack series beers. This beer gets to 81 on Beer Advocate, and the bros have not looked at it, and it's a beer with two-row barley malt, pure water, whole hops, and yeast. I forget the ABV. In time out of brew tradition, we've added a small amount of yeast to this ale just before packaging to produce a secondary fermentation in the bottle. It's bottle conditioned. The yeast, which settles naturally to the bottom of the bottle, encourages further maturation and contributes to the ale's complex flavor. It has a date on the bottle here which says best by 11/1/14, and I've had this before. I've had it many times. I just haven't done a formal review of it as I am here, and I found it to be pretty good. Boulevard does great things, and I'm going to do a nice review of it here. So some good smoke rolling out of the bottle there, or vapor, or whatever you want to call it. I apologize for the light music. If you can hear that, I apologize. I don't know if you can, but if you can, I apologize. Okay, well, I poured that tilting the glass. That's about 3 fingers of light beige, spongy, and bubbly head. The body is a little hazy, and I can see tiny little particles floating around in there, as well as spread of bubbles. And we have the color is a good amber brown light color. So well, the aroma is very faint. It's very subtle. It's very like a low and just very chill, I guess, if you want to call it that. I apologize if Isabel offended you, by the way. It does have a slight bready aroma, and also a slight hoppy aroma, like almost herbal, piney hops. Yeah, I would say a piney and a bit herbal grassiness there. There is a hoppiness there to it, also a bready, like malty profile there as well. I mean, I would expect in the pale ale, I would expect basically an IPA, except for on a much lower scale. I guess that's what I would think of. The way I think of a pale ale is that there's no sediment at the bottom at all. So let's go ahead and try this. Okay. Yeah, there's straightforward, piney, grassy hops. IBUs, I would guess maybe to be 30 to 40, something like that in that range. It probably says the IBU on the bottle. I just haven't found it. I wish I could. Yeah. Yeah, it's pale, I guess. To me, it's pale in that it's not as hoppy as an IPA. It's a PA, it's not an IPA. It has a herbal, grassy hop taste. A little bit of citrus underneath everything, as well as a barley malt kind of flavor, just kind of overrides all of it. Yeah, it is light. I mean, it is light in flavor. However, there is a bitterness. There is character to it. It is nice, actually. Yeah, you get some slight sweet barley malt tastes at the beginning before it fades into some herbal, grassy, piney hops, and then it kind of ends with that sweet barley maltiness that just kind of comes together in a nice little flavoring, if you would say that. It tastes great. It's a great pale ale, I would say. Mouthfeel. Mouthfeel is slightly effervescent on the tongue. Light to medium, more towards light. Let's see here. I would say it's pretty drinkable. However, there is a hop profile, and if you are not a hophead and you don't like the hops, this might not be for you. Okay. It's drinkable and it's refreshing only if you can get past the hops. If you like the hops, or if you can just get past it, then it's good for you. I personally am a hophead, so whatever hops there is in any beer, it's fine. Whatever bitterness there is for any beer, that's fine. As a pale ale, as a regular drinking beer, I would give it a B. I think it's good. I think it's worth trying. I think it's worth drinking. It's worth giving a try. It's worth trying out. However, there are other beers I would steer towards. If we're talking about pale ale, and I guess I think of it as pale ale also as things that are not IPAs and that are not as strong as IPAs. Typically during the summer, I guess I've been thinking about my beer schedule, which is from May to September. I love IPAs, and from September to May, I love like the darker stuff, the stouts and porters and such. This is good. I think it's really good. It's a great thing, especially if you want to see what the whole thing is like, the whole craft beer world is like, especially the whole craft beer IPA world is like. It's bitter, and it's good for that purpose. There are other beers I would steer to buy a 6-pack of if I wasn't buying a IPA. So I would highly recommend that if you get Boulevard beers out of Kansas City, to purchase this and try it. It's worth it, and it might even be something for your own everyday enjoyment. So for me, I would move towards something else, but you might like it better. So this is another one of those things where you have to try it yourself. And if you do try it, or if you have tried it, comment over here on the side, or below, whichever platform you're on. It'll be either over here or down here. The comments will be, and comment so that we can talk about this beer, and just like discuss whether this is good or not. But personally, I think it's good. So comment your feedback, please. Thank you.